Good morning, I'm John and welcome to the Wildlife of Johns. Today we're fishing in Workington. Let's go fishing. Good morning everybody. I've got a couple of hours before Dulcie finishes nursery, so let's go and do some pier fishing. So we're going fishing down there. Maybe I should go off the end of the pier. So I'm going to go off the end of the pier. High tide is about 12:30. So it's 10 o'clock, so I am pushing it. I'm a little bit early. But we're going to have a go. Look at my pack. It's like an old cowboy's pack. With pots and pans hanging off it. I'm deciding whether to fish off this pier or whether I should go to the end of them rocks and fish off them rocks. It's looking nice weather. I think I'm going to go to the end of the rocks. I'm going to go on the end of the rocks, see if we can maybe catch a bass, maybe a flounder, or dogfish, a delicious cod. Let's get to the end of them rocks and see what I can catch. I've got 1.5 hours, so we're doing some speed fishing. See how many fish I can catch in 1.5 hours. Let's get to the end of them rocks. Come on, let's go. I was going to fish off the pier, but the rocks go out quite a bit further. High tide is not till 12:30, which is in 2.5 hours. So if I go off the rocks, then I'm giving myself a better chance, because I'm in a bit of a rush today. We're doing some speed fishing. Today's challenge is see how many fish I can catch in 1.5 hours. Let's go. So while I'm walking to the end of the rocks, I'll tell you a couple of things about Workington. So Workington's a large town in northwest Cumbria. Cumbria is the most northern county in England, and across the water is Scotland. You can have a look across there now, that's Scotland. So Workington has a past history of steel production. Britain's lost a lot of its steel production to other worldwide countries. It's a bit disappointing. When you visit parts of Workington, you can still see the industrial side. The last steel forge is closed, so there's no steel produced here anymore. So Workington is just outside the Lake District. It's about 30 minutes off Keswick. Do you know what? I don't fancy climbing down them rocks. I'm going to fish off this beach. The beach looks lovely. I'm going to fish from the beach. Let's go down to the beach. I know I'm being indecisive and I'm in a rush, so I'm just trying to make it quick and easy. I don't fancy climbing all over them rocks this morning. Off the pier, I don't think there's enough water. So we're going to fish off the beach. Let's go. Look at that bag. It's like an old cowboy's sack with pans hanging off it. Come on and let's get set up quickly. As I say, we've got 1.5 hours to catch as many fish as we can. Right, let's set this up. I'm going to get my rod set up and get in there as quick as I can. Let's go. Actually quite warm for once. As I keep telling you, Cumbria is lovely, but it's not warm. But today it is. Rod rest. This is the first time I've used this rod rest, so it's in a million pieces. Let's get it set up. It's a nice one. There must be a section that holds these two together. That's the rod rest set up. I'm going to be honest with you, it just took me 9 minutes to set that rod rest up. It's the first time I've used it, so I think that's why. Let's get the rod set up. Hopefully I'll do this a lot quicker. Make sure you hold the rod in your mouth like a dog. So that's a 14-foot rod we're using today. And a Shizuka SK7 7000 reel. It's the same setup that I've just given away in our giveaway. So I got two. I'll give one away and I'm going to have a go with one as well. See what it's like. That's the rod and the reel on. Just going to set it up quickly. It's a beautiful day, hopefully we can catch something. I don't mind what we catch. Fishing's good fun, either way. I'm going to use a flapper rig. I think they're a good rig, a nice easy rig to use. This rig has 3 hooks on it. It's a 3-hook 1/0 flapper rig. Don't let people put you off buying pre-made rigs. It just makes things a bit quicker when you get here. Don't get me wrong, if you love making your own rigs, that's great. If you've got time, excellent. But I like getting these ones right out the pack and they're ready to go. Tie this rig on quickly and get it out there. That's a rig tied on. I'll just snip the excess off. These little handy snips. Put that in my bag 1 second. So we're going to use this sinker. You just clip it on like this. I've got some black lug from the freezer. I am going to say now, it's been frozen twice, so hopefully it still works. The fish might not like it, but we'll have a go. So I've got some black lug. I'm just hooking the lug on to the hook. I'm going to have a couple of hooks with lugworm and 1 hook with mackerel. That's lugworm on 2 of the hooks. Very important, baby wipes to get the dirty bait off. I'm just going to put the camera on my head for a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Right, the GoPro's on my head now. I've got 2 hooks with lugworm, 1, 2, and I'm going to put some mackerel on the bottom one. So in this bag, chopping board, here's my sharp knife. Get some mackerel out of here. Mackerel. Right, let's cut a bit of this mackerel off. Right, get this mackerel, put it on this bottom hook. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. And pull it onto the hook, and then I'm not going to bother with bait elastic because I haven't got lots of time. I'm just going to get it casted out. Right, get your rod off. We'll wind the slack in. So because this rod is so large, and look at how long my rig is, I should have fetched my waders, but because I was planning on fishing off the pier, I haven't fetched waders. So I'll try and give it a nice cast. Let's see where we're at. I'll give it 1, 2, and then we'll give it a big cast. So we're out there now fishing. We're out fishing. So it's not as far as I would like. But this time of year, the fish can be quite close to the edge. That's it now. We are in fishing. There's a fishing boat going out, can you see? The rod's in there fishing now. I'm going to move my gear back. So yeah, they do say that you shouldn't freeze bait after it's already been frozen. But this bait that I've got here seems to still hold its shape. So after today, I'm going to get shot of this bait, but actually, when you look at it, it's quite good. So I'm just moving back a little bit, moving my stuff back, and then we'll check on the rod. Can you see the rod tip? So if you look, it's bent because I've got a nice connection. I've got a nice connection between my rod tip and the sinker. So the sinkers that we use have spikes on, so it gets hold of the floor, whether it's the sand or the seaweed. So you can see a tension between the rod and the weight. So then you can see any true bites. Because it isn't waving in the wind, the sinker isn't floating around. It's nice like that because you can see what's going on. So I can leave that for a little bit while I move my stuff. After my first cast, I'm going to make some eggs and avocado. So that's why I fetched the frying pan, to make some fried eggs. Fried eggs and fishing. What a Monday. You can't beat fried eggs and fishing. Right, that's how our gear move back. It's my little campsite. There's all my bait. Right, what's going on with the rod? The rod's fishing nicely. I'm just going to move this rod back because I haven't fetched my waders and I don't want to be getting soaked. I'll let the catch off and let it move back a bit. Put the catch back on. Should I lay it down a second? I shouldn't really do this, but I am. I'm going to get the rod stand. Oh, water, look at that. Soaked. Let's get the stand out the way. My feet are wet now, but that was inevitable. Get this rod stand back in. Right, rod's in the stand. Get the catch on. Look, see the tension on the rod? That's good, because then we know we can see the bites. I do want to come back maybe a couple of months earlier than this in the year and fish for bass from them rocks with some soft lures, some soft plastics, because that looks good, that. If you have a look, see the swell at the end of the rocks? That's going to be a good place to fish for bass. I can just see it. Now that I'm set up properly, when I bait back up again, I'm going to use mackerel and squid and I'm going to tie them on with some bait elastic. But it's always good to have the rod in the water while you're thinking. This is the first time I've used the rod stand and the rod and the reel. It's the first outing for the whole combination. So hopefully it's a lucky one. 2 hooks with black Welsh lugworm and mackerel on the bottom. So as well as my big pack, I use this little bag as well. So you can keep all the different rigs in there. And keep all your rigs in there. And your snips and things. And you can carry this one about with you. And leave your big bag back at camp. Well, I call it camp. But look, you just throw that off your shoulder if you want. Keep it on. I'll give you a better look at my bait. So we've got mackerel, we've got some crabs and some squid. I'm going to lift this one out to defrost a little bit. Lift these squids out because I'm going to use them next. And this is the lugworm. As I say, I bought far too much last time I went, so it's been back in the freezer. But it doesn't look too bad, it looks okay. We'll have a quick check on the rod. Got a nice bend on the rod. It's engaged to the sinker. I know I've said it a couple of times, but that helps you see the bites. It's not doing any dancing yet, so I'm not dancing yet either. What a beautiful day, look at this. Look at this weather. If you're from West Cumbria and you're watching this now, you know that this weather does not happen very often. We get a week of summer, it's usually in April, and then another week in actual summer. But yeah, it's beautiful, so come on, let's catch a fish. Behind me is the Solway Firth. Right behind me you can see Scotland. So Workington's on the Solway Firth. Behind me over the water is Scotland. And we're in West Cumbria. Cumbria is the most northern county in England. This is as north as you get. This is where the true northerners live. Still no bite yet. I'm not totally happy with the bait because it's not tied on. I'm going to bring the bait in, tie some bait on with bait elastic, and then I'm going to make some eggs and avocado. So come on, I'm going to bring it back in now, bait it up nice with lots of bait on, bait elastic, put it out in the water and then make some eggs. Come on in. The bait's actually still in decent nick. I'm going to tie some bait on now and leave it out for a while. Because it's quite calm today, the bait isn't taking a lot of damage. So I'm going to bait it right up, strap it on with bait elastic and leave it out for a while. I'm going to put the camera back on my head so you can see what I'm doing. Let's get a good few bits of lugworm, so then we can make a big lugworm sausage on the top two hooks. Let's lugworm these top two hooks right up. I'll put that down. Put plenty on, and then I can elastic it on. So yeah, let's get loads of this lugworm on. I'm gonna make a big lugworm sausage. Junior calls them a lugworm meatball. Junior's at school and I've got a loose morning, so thought I'd do a bit of fishing. I haven't got enough time for a fell walk, but I've got enough time for a quick fish. So that's that hook well lugwormed up. I'm going to lugworm this second hook as well. So that's me two lugworm meatballs. Two lugworm meatballs. Now let's cut a bit of mackerel and a bit of squid. Bit of mackerel and a bit of squid. Where's my knife? Oh no, where is my sharp knife gone? Right, this is what you learn with camping. You should never put your knife down. Here we go. You should know exactly where your knife is or your axe is at all times. So I'm going to put it back in with the crabs every time, so I know exactly where it's at. So, a bit of mackerel, bit of this shiny pattern off the back, like that. And then, I like to have a bit of mackerel like that, and then a squid's head on the end. See this head? Pull that head off. So you've got mackerel and squid for the bottom hook. I'm going to bait elastic it all on in a big parcel. So mackerel, through, just weave it on like that, weave it on the hook, weave it on the hook, like that, and then on the end we'll have this squid head, like that, hook it through there once, maybe even again, turn that hook round and get it through that squid head. Right, so look, mackerel and squid, lugworm. I'm just going to wash my hands quickly and get some bait elastic. I don't know why I've washed my hands, because they're going to get dirty again now. Oh, where's the end? Where are you, end? Come on. Some elastic around this lug meatball. If you were a cowboy, you would say lasso. Get the lugworm lassoed onto that hook. Look at that. Nice and tight. Snap that off. That's that and done. Let's elastic this second lugworm meatball special, Junior Harrison says. The lugworm meatball. The lugworm meatball. Put plenty of that on. And then, if I was a fish, I would go for this bottom one. This one looks tasty. Mackerel and squid. So let's get this mackerel on. The mackerel nice and tight on there. Lots of this on, come on. Get lots of this elastic on here. Squid, mackerel, and two lugworms. It's hands washed. If you see what I'm saying, it's a long rig. I know I've got a long rod, but I should have waders on. I didn't bring waders because I'm a silly Billy and I thought that I was fishing off the pier. So I'm going to try and give it a good cast out. If you are just learning to fish and you're just a beginner, try not to cast it too hard because you might snap your rig off. But we're out there now fishing, so I'm going to leave this in now for a while. Hopefully this will stay in here now until we catch a fish. That's us fishing in the water. Embarrassingly, again, I keep bringing my coffee and my stove and I keep leaving the water on the side in the kitchen. So I fetched eggs and avocado. Sounds nice, but I haven't fetched the water to make a cup of tea or coffee to wash it down. If you haven't noticed yet, I love tea and coffee, and I forgot the water again. I can't make a cup of tea with no water. I'll have to make the eggs and avocado and have that. I'll have to have a coffee on the way home. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. Let's see if we can catch a fish in time for 12 o'clock. The reason I'm saying 12 o'clock, I've got to pick Dulcie up from nursery today, and she finishes nursery at 12:30. If I finish fishing at 12 o'clock, I can pack away and get to the nursery well in enough time to get her. So really, we've only got an hour, which isn't long enough really for fishing. But we're on a speed fishing today, see if we can catch anything in an hour. No bites yet. Maybe. Here we go. We've got a bite. We've got a bite. We had a bite. I must have missed it. I've either missed it or I've gone far too early. We had a nice bite there. I should have waited a little bit longer. Like every fisherman, we're far too eager to catch a fish. Sometimes we don't leave it out long enough. I don't know about you, but I am far too eager sometimes. See the nice little fishing boat there? I think he's just been out to set his lobster pots, or to collect a couple. He's on his way back in. Yes, I am far too eager sometimes. All fishermen want to catch. If you are a new fisherman and you see a little bite, make sure you leave it a little bit, because you can be far too overzealous. But we love catching fish. Right, I'm going to make some eggs. I'm going to make some eggs now. Right, got some eggs. The gas, it's got some oil. Here's the camping stove. I've got the oil. I've got the gas. I've got the cowboy pan. I've got a spoon. There's no spatula here. No spatula today, just big gold spoon. These big bags are excellent, but they've got that many pouches and my memory is terrible, so I forget where everything's at. Right, there we go. Let's get the gas set up. Because we've been moving house, I've been using this gas until our new cooker comes, so I don't know which one's got the most in. Right, I'll just use this one. So these are great, these little camping gas and these little fold up camping stoves. You just click them in like that and then you push fit that in like that, and it's ready. Look, listen, that's it, ready already. So quick. Right, get it in there nice and secure. Turn the gas on, set it on fire. There we go, it's away. Get the frying pan on. Some nice olive oil. Some olive oil in the pan. Woohoo! Oh yes. Is that getting warm yet? Yeah, it's heating up nicely. Let's fry some eggs. Free range eggs. I'm going to crack it on here and get it in the pan. Oh yes! Another one. Yummy! Yummy, yummy eggs. Look at them sizzling away. So in the background behind me, if you see, there's a cargo ship. Workington docks is a functioning docks. You can't see from here, but I'll show you later on. They've just installed 2 massive silos. I think the silos are for cement. I think the silos are for cement dust. So I don't know if they're selling cement from there or if it's just for import. I know that along the road there is a cardboard factory. We do import a lot of timber from Scandinavia. I do know as well, there's a lot of big oil looking tanks. I think it's diesel. So I think we import diesel, and across there at the port, there's big tanks to store the diesel. But as I say, I'm not entirely sure what all of the trade we do, but Workington is a trading docks. Workington's about 20 minutes away from my house on the coast. I live between the west coast and the Lake District, so I can come out fishing on the west coast 15 minutes this way, or if I go 15 minutes the other way, that's where Keswick is. So I've got the best of both worlds for outdoors. This is why me and Junior love the outdoors, because we smack right between sea fishing, fell walking, walking in the woods, all kinds of outdoor activities. And very soon we're going to be doing a lot of winter camping. We're going to be camping in the Lake District, in proper campsites, but then we're going to go across. You can see Scotland in the background. Scotland has some great wild camping, so we've got some good wild camping ideas planned. So keep watching, we're going to do some fun videos. Right, let's check these eggs. I don't have a spatula, so I'm going to try and splash the eggs. Oh, nice and crispy. Oh, nice and crispy. I'm going to turn this up, give them a nice splash around. That is cooking away nicely. Hopefully it won't fall off, because that'll make me sad. Let me just check the rod. The rod seems to be fishing away nicely. Flip my eggs over. There we go, get that back on the gas. I'm going to bring it in, rebait, and cast from back up over there. I'm going to give it a good cast out. There we go, that was a good one. We're right out there now. Bring my rod back over the bank. Let's go. Woo. The eggs are sizzling nicely now. I think I'm going to switch them off. There we go, I've switched that off. Now we're going to sort out this avocado. Cut the lid off. Avocado. Also, I haven't fetched a plate, so I'm just going to pop it in with the eggs. I'm not making this look very nice, but it will be. I've got the eggs and avocados, and I'll be in business now, so I'm turning the cap round. I don't want to get the cap peak in my eggs. So, hey look, this isn't the most glamorous avocado meal you've ever seen in your life, but we have got eggs and avocado. Avocado. So apparently avocado is full of good fats. That's my excuse. And then the eggs fried on the beach. Oh yeah. I know there's no coffee, but how often do you have eggs on the beach? How often do you have fried eggs on the beach? Avocado. Look. The simplest things are often the best. I'm gonna have to call for a coffee on the way home because I haven't fetched the water. Can't believe it. Eggs. Avocado. I don't eat avocado as much as I should. I know it's good for you. There isn't much flavour, but the flavour is delicious. I'm just trying to not bite my fingers off. Finish my eggs. I'm going to put everything away now and concentrate on fishing. I'm going to bring the bait in, rebait, and get back out again. There is a bit of weight on here actually. There is a bit of weight. There is a bit of weight. We've maybe got something here. I think we've maybe got something here. A nice little bit of weight. Come on. I think we're in. I think we're on. Look at the bend in the rod. Look at the bend in the rod. We've got something. We have got something. I think I can see what it is. It's a crab. Look at that. This is not bait, and this does count. So look at that. Look at that catch. Right, I'm going to try and catch him now so he doesn't bite us, he doesn't nip us. Look at that. That counts. I'll turn this camera around. So, in the 1.5 hour fishing trip, if you look at him there, he's enjoying that mackerel. He's only got one nipper. He must have lost one. He must be a real tough guy. So here, look, here's the thumbnail. I have caught something. Speed fishing. We have caught something. Look at it, a beastly crab. I think we've got time for one more cast, but this counts. That's not from the bait box. This is a real live crab. Let's put him back. He's starting to get angry. Come on in, crab. Let's go back. Go on in, crab. Right. So that's one on the scoreboard. We've got a crab on the scoreboard. Let's get some bait on here quickly and get it back out. I'll tell you what, it put up a good fight. I thought he had something like a dogfish on. And the rod bent right over. And the mackerel and squid on the bottom one. Yeah, West Cumbria is a beautiful place. This is Workington. Further along there is Whitehaven. That way's Maryport and Flimby. And that's to Scotland. And as I say, you've only got to drive 30 minutes that way. You can see the fells if I stand up here a little bit. If you look over there, you can see the top of the fells. So it's that way to Keswick, that way to Ambleside, and I live just outside Cockermouth. So 15 minutes either way. I can drive 15 minutes this way to the beach, or 15 minutes the other way to the Lake District. So we're spoiled. People have to fly halfway around the world to come here. Give the pan a quick wash. Give it a quick wash. Is this anywhere near cold yet? Yeah, it's cool now. I know that isn't really the best way to test it, but I was sure it was going to be cold by now. Right, unfortunately, it's time to go. We have had one catch, it was a crab. I know that doesn't count, but next time we'll have a lot more time. I just thought I had a slack morning on a Monday. I thought I'd make a video for you. So I'm going to reel this rod in now and then we're going to go and get Dulcie. You never know. Sometimes you're lucky. I didn't expect anything on that cast. It was only in 5 minutes. Hopefully this won't take too long to pull away. That pops up. This twists up. That. In the bottom, I hope. Can slide right in. Oh yeah, fits quite well. That actually goes right back in there. That's everything packed away. Next time I'll have a lot more time. I'll be here with Junior next time and we'll have a good few hours to fish. So I'll have a better chance of catching something next time. See the big cargo ship coming into port? This is one of the cargo ships docking. So I made it for Dulcie in perfect time. We've got her. So Dulcie, guess where I've just been? Where? I've been fishing quickly for 1 hour. So the plan was catch as many fish as you can in 1 hour. And guess how many fish I caught? None! I caught a little crab! No fish! And a nippy crab, nippy crab, nippy crab, nippy crab! What do you think about my crab?
Not good. One time, a time that my head.
No, it didn't!
It did!
So, Dulcie keeps me right, and when I'm having a bad fishing day, she tells me about it. 0 fish, 1 crab, yippee! So what I need you to say, Dulcie, is don't forget to like and subscribe.
Don't forget to poop on your head.
Come on. Right. Dulcie's being a silly Billy. Thank you for watching. Thanks for joining me on this video. We did catch a crab. I enjoyed my breakfast with you. So for more fun outdoor activities, stay tuned to the Wildlife of John's. Thank you very much and see you on the next one. John here with the Wildlife of John's YouTube channel. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoy our outdoor adventures, please like this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss our next video. We'll see you on the next one.